Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are jumping into all of the August IPSY and BOXYCHARM spoilers. We have a ton to go over, so many spoilers, some commerce spoilers, the works. So we're going to jump right into it. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching. And don't forget to subscribe because I upload twice a week or so, and that'll be the best way to stay up to date and all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you're ready to jump into the August spoilers with me, stay tuned. All right, I do have my notes up on the screen just so that we can jump right in. First things first, as always, the BOXYCHARM Build Your Box is going to be on August 2nd and 3rd, and that's when you can choose all of your items. The Glam Bag choice items will have already happened on the 25th of this month, so July 25th is when you'll be able to do your power picks. Now, I'm going to jump into the BOXYCHARM stuff first, and then we'll also jump into the IPSY Glam Bag as well. Now, I will put some pictures on the screen if I don't have the product in front of me, but first, we have the 3 BOXYCHARM by IPSY Power Picks. Now, if you're not familiar, the Power Pick is the hyped up, expensive, or luxe brand item that tend to be more exciting, so that everybody is guaranteed to get one of these products in their boxes, and then all of the other spoilers, you may get all of them, you may get none of them, it's hard to tell. First power pick is going to be from Violet Voss, and this is, I'm going to put a picture on the screen. It is a beautiful berries and cream eyeshadow palette. It is a 10-pan palette. Violet Voss has some great formulas, some great pigmentation, so definitely a great palette if you like her formula. You know I prefer my pinks and mauves and berry tones, so this palette is right up my alley. That is going against the Murad Essential C Toner. Now, Murad's orange line is going to be the vitamin C line. Vitamin C will lighten, brighten, and tighten. Lighten up discoloration like hyperpigmentation. Brighten, it'll make your skin glowier and a little bit less dull. And tighten, it has some great anti-aging benefits. Now, this is a toner, so you would use this after you cleansed, but before your serums. And I've used pretty much everything in the Murad line. I am a big fan, so wouldn't be upset having this in my box. And lastly, we have the Ciate London Brazilian Glow Face Palette. Now, again, we just had the Brazilian Glow eyeshadow palette. I did a tutorial on that, which I will link up above. This is going to be an eye and cheek palette, more of like a travel-friendly, everything you might need all at once. It's cute. The colors are a little more neutral warm, so might be a little more golden for somebody who's as pink as I am, but it is still a very pretty palette. I like that there's that interdimensional bronzery tone that has, not interdimensional, multi-dimensional. That way it has all of those little tones in it. They did mention that there is a light medium and a medium deep. The palette I have on the screen is the light medium version. There's allegedly a darker version, so there might be one for everybody. Going on to BOXYCHARM Choice. These are the items that you're not guaranteed to get any of these. We're hoping that everybody will get some, but there is no guarantee. The first one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is the Cream Blush. Now, I'm a big fan of cream blushes now, more than I think I've ever been. It's something that is super user-friendly. They blend out nicely. They look beautiful on the lip and the cheek. So if you want that monochromatic lip and cheek moment, you can absolutely do that. There are a lot of really good color options here. This formula, I will say, is nice. I do like the stick cream blushes because you can just kind of dot it on and blend it out. So I wouldn't be upset getting that in my box. The next item I actually already own. This is the Carez Poreless Skin Cream. It is a smooth and balanced salicylic acid moisturizer, and you can use it as a primer. Such great skincare ingredients in Carez. I, on Instagram, recently featured a bunch of their stuff from this collection, including the oil that goes with the Santorini grape cream. So I'm already using items in the line, and I do really like the product. So I was really excited to hear that this was coming in BOXYCHARM. Immediately grabbed it out of my collection and decided to start using it because I hadn't tried it yet. And I can say so far, I really like it. And the last item is from Ciate London, and it is the Fierce Flicks Liquid Eyeliner. You know I do not use liquid eyeliner pens. I have very hooded eyes, and like I don't even have eyeshadow on today, and most people could barely tell because I have no lid space. So not something I will use. I don't use a lot of liquid liner. Actually, I don't use any liquid liner. So that is a pass from me, but if you like liquid liner, I have heard good things about the one from Ciate. Next, for the IPSY Power Picks, the first thing we have is the Suntouchables Whoa Glow Broad Spectrum SPF 30 from e.l.f. Skin. This is supposedly like your super goop dupe. I have not used this one personally, but I am a big fan of SPF in makeup. I have been playing with the Power Grip primer that came in last month's IPSY. I really like that. I've been a fan of most of the e.l.f. products I've tried lately. Many years ago, there were a few I didn't love, but lately, it's been 10 out of 10 every time. So this is something I would enjoy getting my hands on. As you know, sunscreen is not optional, SPF every single day. So this, definitely worth trying out. And this is going up against, unfortunately for e.l.f., the product I would pick because I already have it, I already love it, I already use it. The Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. Now, the e.l.f. product is a little bit more affordable, so I think that one might be a full size. But with the Glow Recipe, you're going to get a trial size, not the full size. This is such a glowy, dewy serum. Niacinamide lightens, brightens, tightens the skin, refines the size of your pores, makes everything just look a little more smooth and airbrushed. It's definitely a product worth having in your collection, but more importantly, niacinamide might be my favorite skincare ingredient, so if you're not using it, you should. Moving on to the IPSY choice items. Again, Power Picks, everyone is going to get one of them in their box. Choice items, you might get some, you might get none, you might get all of them. The first two are going to be from Ciate London. It is these, it's called a Stilo lipstick, Stilo being the long, skinny one. And there are two colors that I know are variations. I don't know if there are more. Those colors that I have right here are going to be up on the screen. One is more of a berry mauve. The other one is more of like a tangerine terracotta. Both I think could be very pretty. Obviously one if you're more golden and one if you're a little more cool toned. The next item is the Dew of the Gods Ultra Tonic Watermelon Extract Facial Toner. Now, we actually got this in BOXYCHARM either last month or the month before, so this is a product we have received in the past already. Again, this is the IPSY bag, so it's probably going to be a smaller size. I'm a big fan of small size skincare because I get to try it out and see if I'm going to like it before I open a full bottle. I went through like 3 samples of the Glow Recipe before I finally got the full size, just because a sample is going to be a great way for you to know if you're going to have an allergic reaction, contact dermatitis, irritation, you don't like the smell, you don't like the consistency, any of those problems that might come up. Just a reminder, it does take 28 to 60 days of using a skincare product every single day before you'll really see results. So a lot of those small sample sizes are not going to be a great way for you to know if the product works or if it is an amazing formula. You'll know if you're going to have a reaction, you'll know if you're allergic, you'll know if you don't like the smell, but it's definitely going to take a little more than the little trial 2-week sample to know if it's a good product for you, but it's a good way to know if it's something you want to try. And the last item is another product I've used. It is the Saturday Skin. This is the eye cream, and Saturday Skin is fantastic. I've gone through all of their cleansers. I'm currently still using the Makeup Remover Balm. Their exfoliator, the Rub-A-Dub Facial, is one of my favorite exfoliators for dry skin of all time. When I used to work at Sephora, anytime somebody came in with dry skin, that was my recommendation. At the time, my skin was very oily. Now it's more combo, and there are seasons out of the year where my skin is very dry. I swear by that exfoliator in the winter. So definitely excited to get this eye cream back in my rotation. I'm currently still using the Herbivore Supernova and the Herbivore Moon Dew and the Caudalie Premier Crew. Those are the 3 that I have in rotation now, but I'm almost out of the Caudalie, so I'm getting ready to introduce a third. As you know, I don't like to open a ton of skincare products at a time because as you open them, they start to expire, and I try to only have maybe 3 or 4 of each category open at a time. 3 or 4 eye creams, 3 or 4 night creams. There's like 10 serums, but that's because I have like day serums, night serums, exfoliating serums. I have 2 to 3 of each kind, if that makes it any better. And I'm not going to put pictures on the screen for these, but I am just going to read off some of the items we know that are coming to the commerce stores. These are going to be your IPSY shop, your Mega Drop shop, all of those. First, the brands Bloom Effects, Iconic London, and Too Faced. We talked about SPF, we talked about glowing. Bloom Effects is still one of my favorite sunscreens ever. It is glowy, it is dewy, it has a little bit of a tint to it, it is super radiant, skincare ingredients, SPF 50. This is one of those like ride or die products for me. Any day where I really want to glow and I want my skin to be super radiant, I will put this on under my makeup and I just look so glowy. I do have a little bit on today and I feel like I don't even have highlighter on. This is just this with a little bit of a tinted moisturizer on top. If you did want to try this, you could use code BRETT for 20% off on the Bloom Effects website. Definitely worth checking out. And lastly, some other products that are coming to the Commerce Shop. Commodity, the fragrance company, has the bold and the expressive fragrances. Both will be available. Ellis Brooklyn, which I have Salt, which is an amazing fragrance. Rose and Sci-Fi are both coming to the shop. I have not smelled Rose. I have tried Sci-Fi, which I do like, but anything Rose tends to be good for me. Mitchell and Peach has Flora 1. The NARS Matte Lip will be in there. That is the only non-fragrance on this list. The Pacifica Indian Coconut Nectar, and Skylar Midnight Moon. Skylar, I have already raved about their fragrances a couple videos ago. I have the Peach Fields one, and that is like the mist I use in my bedroom after I make my bed in the morning. And it's just such a like warm, peachy vibe that when I get into bed at night, like that is my pillow mist, and I love it. Now, as always, if you have any questions, drop them down below. I'm hearing that any day now we're gonna get an Icon Box spoiler, and as soon as I get it, you will be the first to know. Again, let me know what you think of these spoilers, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!